will have Afra every Friday and Rapalapa.
And electricity will never go off again.
You know, and then
for Rothschild.
and then of course. So that then translates to you can make wild promises, and you can say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you know, you really should be judged by what you actually do, what you accomplish, rather than what you claim you're going to accomplish. But it's part of the whole thing. Particularly, I think if it's probably unfair if we relate it necessarily to politics, because in politics that's kind of what it's about. It's about making promises in order to get people to vote for you. Say, you know, if you get rid of this person and you elect me instead, I will do this, this and that. And you think, oh, so you make it attractive to them to want to vote for you and replace whoever's there. We've seen what's happening right now in Cameroon, you know, Paul Biya going for term number 8, and it is alleged that he might lose, which will be a political earthquake. And he was saying that to Cameroonians, look what I've done for you. And I need more time. You know, 40 years is not enough. Yeah, really?
Is it as 82 or 92?
92 years. 92.
Well,
You're still telling us what you've done is not enough.
Even in Ivory Coast,
it wants 100 years.
In Ivory Coast, the daughter of the president was boldly out and said, please don't vote for my father.
Yes.
Yes, because what he cannot achieve all these years, he will not be able to achieve it. And the elections are already conducted, and now they are waiting for the results, I think.
In Cameroon, you mean?
In Ivory Coast.
In Cote d'Ivoire, yes, yes. And Cameroon also. Cameroon, Chiroma has...
Rather, it happened in Cameroon.
And Chiroma Bakary went on air. I saw we even used the video of him claiming to have won the day after, when the Electoral Commission said it would take another 14 days before they announce a result. So it was a bit, but when one of the votes that was already broadcast was the diaspora vote, and he won that convincingly. But that tends to happen in many countries, actually. The diaspora vote is usually very different to what obtains within the country. It's in almost any country.
So who won the diaspora vote?
The current opposition guy. No.
Yeah, most of it. You know, the diaspora, the way they think, I mean, it's different from the way the people, the residents think. Because these people, they've traveled, they've seen outside, they know how politics works. Well, here, it's different.
Well, it's because it's a different experience also. They're not living with the day-to-day reality. I've had this argument with many people before. They'll say, well, you know, I talk to my mother and father every day. They're in Sierra Leone or they're in Gambia. And this, you know, I know what they're going through. You know, secondhand. They know what they're going through. And if they decide to vote for this person who's the incumbent and you vote for the opposition, what does that tell you? You know, that you know more than them? You know? Not necessarily, but in almost any African country, the diaspora vote hardly ever goes to the incumbent. It hardly ever goes to the incumbent. In Senegal, we saw the last election. I mean, the diaspora overwhelmingly voted for the now, government, Diomaye Faye. So it tends to be the case. But you know, to go back to the proverb, we still talk about promises
and it's always good to stand by your promises, because it shows how your worth and your integrity as a person. Because if you said, I'm gonna do this, do A and B and C, when you give me this or do this for me, you should also, you know, have that courtesy to do at least half of what you've said.
No, they don't do that now.
They don't do that.
But the thing is, but let's take it outside of even, you know, the political arena or people, you know, as parents.
That's what
if we make promises to our children,
we should live up to it. We should, because they keep asking and they never forget. They never forget.
And you do not want to build that sense of disappointment in your children. And oh, my father is not telling the truth.
Oh,
my
you're
mother
teaching
is
them
not
to lie.
Well, it's not to lie. It's just that they just
you putting something in them. You know, exactly.
Yeah.
At some point, they're not gonna have that confidence to tell you stuff. You know, and they will not trust.
And it will be something minor.
Yes.
If you say to them, every Friday, I'll take you for ice cream, and then you don't.
They will count
like,
days.
Okay.
What is
so my father just says stuff because he wants to keep me quiet, not because he means it.
Next time when you say it, they won't have confidence.
They won't believe you. They're like, yeah, he's just talking.
You know, when I was to travel to the United Kingdom, and my kids, they gave me a full list of items because they've been watching stuff and they saw them. So they think I'll go there and, you know, I'll just walk into the shops and get them all. Mom, you have to get us this, marshmallows, whatever, chocolates. I was like, girls, come on, you know. I'm not going there to, you know, just to go get it from the shops.
One of my colleagues was telling me that when he was in the UK, he played a trick on a friend of his who was visiting from the Gambia. At many of the cash machines, it says free cash withdrawals. What it means is you can withdraw from any, not necessarily just from your bank.
Yeah.
So for the last 20 years, nobody has charged you for drawing from a cash machine, ATM belonging to somebody else. And the friend said, what do you mean free cash? He said, watch. So he put in his card, tapped in his, and the money came out. They were like, you got free money. And asked the friend, how do I get one of these cards?
No.
And it's only then that he decided, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
When they say free, they mean there's no charge for you to take from.
To withdraw.
To withdraw from
that's interconnecting banks.
That's right, which we're trying to get now here. It's been the longest time and we don't
Although
have
some banks are doing it, but they charge you $15 per transaction.
It's not free then.
It's not free then, because any transaction you do with the ATM, it deducts the money from
I could walk down a high street in UK as I was just 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I can see any ATM. I just stick my card in, tap in my PIN, and withdraw.
And I know deposit, and you can even deposit with the machine because when you go, you see deposit, you see withdrawal.
Well, we have that now in the
deposit.
Gambia.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, one of the banks.
You can deposit with the ATM, the machine.
Cash.
Yeah.
When
we did a story on it last week.
I've never believed, okay, you would be able to deposit money.
You mean physical
on
cash?
The ATM.
Right.
When I was in Turkey, my friend said to me, let's go to the ATM. I want to deposit some cars. I said, to the ATM, you deposit or you withdraw? Man.
See, receive the alarm.
So why can't we have all those things here, Mr. Ade?
We have it. You guys don't watch the news?
We have it here.
We did a story on it last week.
Gajaga story.
That you can now deposit cash. We have it.
And they are our neighbors, very close to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's interesting.
They are very close to us.
So it is now coming. So once one bank does it, others will follow.
Others will do. It will make the queue easier. So what we'll do, we'll go straight to the newspaper review. We'll take a look at it, and of course, I mean, we have some of the papers on the. Let's take a look at the Voice newspaper.
Yeah, the Voice newspaper.
Market vendors threaten to boycott 2026 election if their concerns are not addressed. Market vendors. Do they have a committee?
They have they have committees.
Yes.
Committees responsible for various
but
sections in the market.
It's serious to generalize this. Market vendors. How many vendors have you talked to?
Well, because they're in groups. Yes, they form groups, and most of the time there's women.
And not every market vendor has the same problems or concerns or challenges. So it will be depend on where they are. Which market vendors are we talking about?
I suspect it's the Serekunda market.
Well, I'm seeing the picture of Serekunda.
It will be the Serekunda market.
We suspect it's Serekunda
Yes, we suspect it's going to be Serekunda
and so
market.
it will be interesting to know what the concerns are that they would like addressed.
Probably it's the price hike. The conditions of
they're the ones hiking the price.
Yes, so I'm just, still like I suspect it has to do with maybe the
conditions.
Yes, the conditions of the market, because during rainy seasons is quite bad in the market.
To me, that's what I was thinking when I heard that. I mean, we, as with many of these headlines, we don't have the full story to go into. But the minute you mentioned it, that was the first thing that
the gutters in the market thing. You can see water coming from everywhere. So
and you guys in Brikama, your market was
the condition,
a shocker as well.
Conditions.
So if it's those ones, I'd also believe because they had serious grievances regarding conditions of the market. But yeah,
PASTEF urges to reverse local election dates in compliance with the law. Do we have PASTEF Gambia?
Yeah, they formed one actually.
Oh wow, Mr. Adedrame.
You didn't know that?
PASTEF Gambia?
Yeah, they're trying to mimic. Gambia is not. Gambia is not Senegal, and we should stop pretending that it is. But if you go online, you'll see there is a PASTEF Gambia, and they have a Facebook page, or they did, and they've been around, and they're trying to kind of mimic what happened in Senegal, but we are not Senegal. So yeah.
It's sort of a no-no for me.
And I don't know whether they are a registered party or whether they're just a movement, as seems to be the fashion these days. People don't form political parties, they form movements.
Yeah, they form movements.
So they might be just a movement, but I don't think they're registered. I stand to be corrected, but they might have. But and there have been stories about them before, PASTEF. But yeah, we do. So to answer your question, in short, we do have PASTEF Gambia.
So still on the Voice newspaper, the other day we were discussing about the inquest in the guys, Omar Badji, yes. So it's like rights group, especially Mahdi, urges Chief Justice to have public access to coroner's inquiry.
Yeah, I mean, the coroner's inquest, I've attended a couple in the UK, and they were in public. They weren't behind closed doors. I mean, one of them was a suicide, so maybe because nobody else was involved. This one you have, but I think there's a lot of disquiet over the fact that they've decided to have it in camera, in chambers, as it were. And so, yes, he's not the first. I mean, we discussed this on Monday, and we said it should be in open session.
Yeah, publicized.
It should be, public should have access to the hearing.
Yeah.
Public should have access to the hearings to create that transparency.
It's the only way, the world, we're very suspicious of things that are held behind closed doors. And we tend not to trust the process if we don't see. And having said that, we saw and heard horrible things during the TRRC, and people still denied that they happened. So I'm not sure it's the solution necessarily. But certainly it's one thing that they should allow access to it. But I think once you've started it behind, you then can't switch to making it public. No. It should have been public from the get-go.
Exactly. It should have been from the get-go, open to the public. Then, it would have more...
Well, you see, for the issue of Omar's case, I mean, the other day I discussed with a friend. I said to him, look, okay, it is very sad and a very unfortunate incident that happened.
It's not unfortunate, it's tragic.
It's a
tragedy.
Somebody
lost their life.
Yeah, someone lost his life.
That's
so
tragic.
I think from the onset there should have been a mature discussion, from the author. Okay, fine, this happened. You meet the families. It happened. We all understand. This happened. And we don't want it to go this way. So that's where they should start. But at the initial stage, they started denying, he wasn't beating. He fell down and died.
We still don't know. We still don't know whether that was because there are conflicting reports as to what happened. But as was said by Mboj when we were discussing it on the Weekend Review, the initial reports from the mortuary said that there were marks on his skin that were consistent with what they call
laceration marks?
Blunt force trauma.
Yes.
So indication that this person had been hit. So it wasn't just touched, as because the mother had said that they told her that they just touched him. But somebody who had different marks across the body. But the truth will be revealed. We can all speculate.
Sure.
We weren't there. We need to listen to the witnesses, eyewitnesses particularly. And you're saying that it could be dealt with in a mature way. Well, the mature way is to do what they're doing now. Because there's disquiet over what happened, you don't just shunt it to the corner. If people need to be held to account, they should be held to account. And so if at the end of the inquest, it is said that people should be charged, they should be charged.
Yeah, because the police officers involved, allegedly involved in it, were suspended. They were in custody, and suspended from their work. So that was a good start.
Yeah.
Just this one that they have to do it in closed door. Now, it's just giving some doubt, people to have some doubts. They could have just continue the process openly.
It involves a lot of things.
Yeah, they would have, relieved people, and, they could have given the family that, kind of relief to say, okay, they've been serious about this thing because actions are being taken slowly. The police officers involved were kind of, in custody, and now they're doing this, the inquest there and there. So, at some point they might even say, okay, let's just forget about it because we already lost a family member. No amount of whatever can bring him back.
But the thing is, it goes beyond the individual.
Yeah.
Because if individuals were responsible for his death, that needs to come out.
That needs to come out.
Individuals need to be held to account.
That's it.
And that is because if at the end of the inquest is held in chambers and then the result is that nothing happened, he fell, he bumped his head, he died, then nobody's going to swallow that one.
No.
No. Because we didn't hear.
Yeah.
Or we can read the testimonies, but we need to hear.
So
we need to see people.
I know the coroner will also go through the health records of this Omar. I don't
know. As part of any.
They will go through it because for other coroners, they will take a look at that history. Yes. So they will take a look at it to know whether this person has been healthy, or is it possible for him just to. There is an underlying condition or something.
Quite. There are various things that we look at, including, but any coroner's inquest has to look at those things, the person's medical records and so on. Yeah. Any other interesting stories?
let's still move on.
Yeah, on Foroyaa, there's the lead story. Agriculture Director urges caution in groundnut harvest amid late rains. That's a lead story on Foroyaa.
Yeah, I think every year we hear caution.
Yeah.
But every year they harvest more than they did the year before. I guess there's no room for complacency because groundnut harvest is such a significant element of our agricultural produce that for us it's very important, that everything is okay. But the rains have been, initially they were late coming. And now they're late going.
They don't seem to want to
go. Mr. Rain, it's October 16th or whatever.
And you're still around. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Yeah.
Oh no, climate change is really real,
It might be just one of those things.
Yeah.
If we get several years of rains going into October and November, then I think we'll start getting concerned and.
As far as if we go on COP 26, 27, 28, 29, we just discuss and we disperse without any implementation. Climate financing is becoming a problem.
It's a problem, but it's not that it's not happening. It's just
but it's very slow. I don't know whether. Sometimes I tend to look at certain things, within the continent of Africa, and I feel things are moving very slow paced. I mentioned that Mr. Mboj said, no, we are moving, things are moving. It's just that our imagination sometimes, but I think things are very slow, Mr. Ade.
We're very impatient human beings, and we want everything to happen now. There are many things we don't want to wait for. What we were talking about, I said, watched kettle never boils. It's like when you want progress, there are certain things that, when I drive around the greater Banjul area and I see that we have, Kairaba Avenue, Bertel Harding Highway, and basically that's about it. You have all these side roads that are really, really in poor condition. And for a lot of them, really all they need to do is these kind of earth-moving things and level them out. We're not saying you have to tarmac them all, because that's expensive. But honestly, you and I know every rain season there are times when our cars end up swimming through what looks like a lake. It's not rocket science. This is a tiny country. why is everything so difficult to do that in terms of infrastructure? It's only now that we're getting something. So some of the impatience that you think when people say things are slow, it's to do with things like that. You know, why is it taking us so long and so on to do this, to do that? And yeah, it's, you know, there's no logic as to why.
So I'm seeing another new political movement form again on the paper.
There's nothing.
Don't worry,
people.
you'll see a lot of,
what's the new one? What's this one then?
Well,
elections are coming, so you know, political. We've already talked about past stuff.
National Alliance for. No, it's not visible. But
National Alliance for something.
Yeah. Something.
It's a new party. Does it say it's a political movement?
Yeah, it's a new political movement. So at the end of the time, what will happen to these movements?
It depends. Some of them can transform into political parties. It's happened in the past. It's nothing new, nothing unusual, and there's nothing to stop people forming movements, you know. And some of them, as we've seen, they don't even become a political party, but they have an effect. We were just talking about Madagascar, the so-called Gen Z, Generation Z, if you're speaking English. They call themselves Gen Z Mada. They didn't bother to vote, but they've ended up removing a president by taking to the streets.
Wow.
We've seen it in other countries as well. We've seen it in Nepal, where, again, Gen Z in Nepal took to the streets, led to the removal of the Prime Minister. But that might be temporary, because if you look at over the last, how many, 20 years, only 3 people have been Prime Minister. One of them has been Prime Minister 3 times, one of them Prime Minister 4 times, another Prime Minister 5 times in Nepal. Why? Because no party has a big enough majority to form a government. So they all are coalition governments for the last 20 years in Nepal. And of course, if you have a coalition of 6 or 7 parties, once they have an argument, parliament is dissolved, and you know, the whole thing collapses and has to be. So the last Prime Minister, when he was removed, and the Gen Z people took to the streets, 1,000 people killed or some ridiculous amount, people were furious. And then his party said that, you know, when they have elections again, he will come back, and people were like, no. I think the youngest of the 3 is like 78. And they're like, no, let's get a new generation of people. Stop recycling yourselves as Prime Minister. Let somebody new come in. So, like I said, that's a movement that doesn't have they don't have an office, it's all on TikTok and social media. And that's how so that actually led to the government banning social media and blocking social media. And
it created the chaos too.
This is it, but people still found ways to organize.
I can remember there was a time when former President Yahya Jammeh banned some of the social media sites in the Gambia. I think Facebook was banned. WhatsApp.
But was it blocked?
Yes, it was.
Was he able to block it?
No, he wasn't able.
Yeah.
But we were using another way to access it. Well, you know, I can remember.
And you know, in some of these countries, and who knows, one day they might even use it in the Gambia, when they say, we're not going to give you a permit to protest or this, that. All they did in Nepal is that they didn't say we're you know, forming a movement to have a protest, to apply for a permit to protest. Just send a text message on TikTok. Let's meet in Freedom Square for coffee. 10,000 people turn up.
Wow.
They didn't say, well, let's meet for a protest. Let's go and apply for. They could do the same here. If people wanted to get around the rules, really. Oh, let's meet at McCarthy Square for coffee.
For coffee, yes.
At 10 p.m.
For attire.
Everybody have right to go and meet.
Attire.
We can meet at Serekunda East Football Park.
There are no rules against meeting for coffee.
No.
You know why you're doing it, but you can get. So that's what they did in Nepal. They got around it that way, and you can do it in other countries. You know.
Although Mr. Ade is not telling you for us to do it here.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm not telling them not to do it or to do it.
Yes. Let's proceed. Landmark Trade Forum called for borderless prosperity, and
prosperity.
Yes, and I think the Minister of Trade, I'm seeing him on the front newspaper.
We've been talking about borderless trade for the longest time. Lolly, you and I know that, you know, when people go to Senegal, we talk about the hassle they get. You try to go from here to Guinea-Bissau to do trade. You know, even though they say there are no tariffs between us, some guy in uniform will tax you and it'll go in his pocket. It's like, you know, it's a pain.
It's a pain, definitely, because we've been talking about it for the longest time. And still, you know, I think we've been impatient. We are running out of patience.
We talk again about impatience. Impatience seems to be the theme of today's program.
Like seriously, things are happening, but very slow.
Slowly,
very slow. They have all these rules that
AFCFTA. We've been talking about it for a long time, and people are getting impatient. Like, when is it going to deliver across Africa?
Absolutely.
That everybody can benefit from it. You know, removal of tariffs between countries, removal of you know, checks, not necessarily checks, but, you know, tariffs at borders, where they say, oh, if you're bringing this good into the country. Because some of them are trying to protect what might be a local crop, for example. And if you're going to bring it in cheaper, then stop it. Or like Tobaski, you have people bringing rams from Senegal, from Guinea-Bissau, and then the guys who are the kind of local ram guys here would rather have it. They'd rather close the borders and not allow any in. But obviously for the customer, if there's competition, then it benefits the customer. So these are all the things that are...
Yeah, I think yesterday, GAIPRO, they were having a forum at the Sadada, because I was there as well, so I saw them. So this message is from the director himself. And so I think they still talking about some of these things.
I guess you have to talk about it before you can do it. But what's our proverb say again?
The proverb said, like you said, it's general term, a person, so we're going to change the term now instead of
an organization, a country, a continent.
Yes, is measured by what he does, not what he says.
And that's where we are with trade. You know, the continent has been talking about it, countries have been talking about it. You know, economic blocks, whether it's SADC in South Africa, or ECOWAS in West Africa, we've all been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. When are we going to do it?
When?
Is what our citizens are asking.
We want to see it happening.
We're not talking about it happening, you know. So yeah. What else? Any other newspapers? Or
so politically, Mr. Aden,
yes,
the way the politics is moving, different movements, new political parties. I'm seeing the NDP. It's telling for NPP to rein on their agenda, you know, and NDP asks NPP to rein in its supporters. I mean,
that means to rein. It's like where you have a horse, you pull the horse back with the reins. To rein in their supporters, so pull them back. It depends. What are the supporters doing or saying? So it depends. There needs to be some context to that.
We need to see the full story. So what context they mean.
I fear there will be a time a single party cannot win elections in the Gambia.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect we're almost there. Because really, if you look at it now, even NPP, you had people who had formed, Ahmad Ba and others had their own parties that then joined. So you could say it's a coalition. And I think we're there already. I think we're there already. You know, might call it NPP at the sort of outset. Well, I suspect we're there already.
Because you have the PRC fragment part of NPP.
You have No to Alliance.
No to Alliance, you know,
or
the
No
NRP.
to Alliance, as it seems to be called.
So it's not NPP alone, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think before the last election we had 18 political parties. And if some of these movements transform themselves into political parties, we'll have even more in this small Gambia.
So what is funny is towards the, you know, close to the elections, most of them withdraw, some will join other parties. So it's interesting how they suddenly will say, okay, I'm coming to your party. But for now, they're just making that noise, you know, that, you know, we are also coming and no amount of force.
Yeah, some parties are as good as, okay, they didn't exist.
Well, indeed. And I've mentioned it before. before, one of my good friends, her husband is Liberian, and he stood for the presidency. I don't think he even got 300 votes. This is about 25 years ago. But if you go on his Facebook page, it still says former presidential candidate.
We are wrapping up this segment, Mr. Ade.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've exhausted the time.
Former Liberian presidential candidate.
So thank you.
Got 300 votes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ade.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, the program is going to continue. We'll be talking about a very important topic, that's cervical cancer. We'll be back.
Cervical cancer.
Opticalia, Gambia's leader in optical care with 5 locations offering the best in visual health. With cutting-edge European technology, Opticalia delivers single vision lenses in just 20 minutes. At Opticalia, we care about our future. Eye exams are free for individuals under 18, ensuring everyone has access to quality eye care. But it's not just about vision. Opticalia also provides advanced audiology services to ensure your hearing health is in the best hands. Our audiology services offer European standard hearing aids and diagnostics, ensuring everyone can hear clearly. Whether it's testing or treatment, you can trust Opticalia for your auditory care. Opticalia offers European standard products, fair prices, and exceptional value all under one roof. Visit Opticalia at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia or call us on 7767-121 or at any of our regional branches. Banjul 7767-126, Brikama 7767-123, Farafenni 7767-124, Basse 7767-125. Opticalia, love what you see and hear.
Naine dake network koto mi yalonko wole warta nyimbanko kan adung adabe soniaring wole nyama. Imuna fang telefono la mi yalonko abe seniaring adung internet wobe tariaring. Nyindum kiusel dorna sinyin nati aleno. Ibori yela kiusel line ota. Customer care mi suti atima. Bi. Kiusel network ko mi warta network ko beti adung adabe soniaring. Kiusel sunu boss. Ntolenga silo walang dulia bulan noma.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sinubus. We innovate, others follow.
We are back. You are watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. So thank you very much for joining us. And if you're just tuning in, this is QTV this morning. Now let's move on to
another segment,
significant segment of this program. And we have Dr. Dado Jabi. And we'll be discussing cervical cancer. I mean, doctor, it's good to have you on this program.
Same here.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you.
How have you been with, seeing patients and dealing with everything in and out?
Well, it has been busy. Normally, this is our peak season during the year that you have more babies. It's like baby boom around this year from August to December.
So basically, we're going to turn this into the local language because this is a very important topic. And most of our viewers, we would definitely love them to understand what we're discussing here.
Okay.
I can remember there was a time we discussed with Dr. Ja on cervical cancer, and it was in the it was done in the English language. So I think this time let's do Mandinka. Muna mo cervical cancer ti.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Badi Mandinkol. Ntomo Dr. Jabiri as Balde Afonyaming and Bimbe Diamblam na walam cervical cancer ti. Niko cervical cancer walam cancer ti minka musul aka musul lema ila wulu nyango bundato. So asiata bakele dunia kono and Gambia jang adelon cancer ti minka musul fa bake and musul katel fanan soto bake. Even though cancer lo muyalon ko akajara nole. But then because mol muka fata jaral dula juna so wala katina mantoro ka warabake So basically all on cervical cancer virus le ka cause e ka find HPV virus and ni ke fan jibe wati ni wati aka tinale ko amantoro muka futela because cancer mi alonko aka jaranol yeah
ate munemo ala fenkolde how to call it ni mo yasoto aka lon nyaadile
ka yasoto
nyimbennal
okay so cervical cancer kurano mi alonko akuma comme ning amam wajabi italon no la kabila so walati na kumata bage ko at least sanji saba wala sanji lulu yeta lopitano to ye fanjibe because ning ayatara be doyaring akake kuran keso da maniti min katara wulu nyango bundabal o wato e mukalon fan natata fo yaje komen ko abe wajabi kan ndeni nyaaba jele ko nyaaka yeloje mi yalon ka man kela kuru yelote and then wadol bi ni ini kema kafuta e nyaaba jele yelo ka boyla and then wadol bi jioje la ka boyla am no rote diala wo be ka tinale ko isalon ko mu symptoms le mu yalon ko cervical cancer ka kele anin comme musol mol mi yalon ko wolde HIV janker ke sosoto jama ka wol fanam batandile so wala is very important ko ni nya yin ko jila hani da ni ka jila mun kuma ya ta wolon da ni ka aka kila e yalon ko at least nyin kuran jankaro bennale ndeni ta ya jara that is the best time but ni wato fo yi kuma ta ka yellow bon wala yi kuma ta ka jioje wa atara ko a jam fatale andu nata ta fafuta ta stage dolto ka jara is totally impossible am ka jara non ka manage le rek ko nga borol di la ngaji be official nya baram ka jara
okay baraka bake Dr. Jabi wo kuma ta bake la pour mol ya faham sa ni tala fo ngalom ko wo kuran ole be la treatment ni men ke nya dil
so ning ngalon juna comme ni kata wati on wati maybe every 3 years eta ya e fenta ila bulunyang bunda bala nga sambal lap nga jibe nga je komin ko abijele so usually nka treatment ke nole ida nga jeta fembi je mu yanko ka jani pour ka sel sol nyinul fa kuran ke so nyinul yefa bunda bala wala ni yaje komin ka warat atatal fa warata ida so dula kuntunole ya murundi labe ta jibe wala ning munul yalon ko foyta ta foyela wuluo bang e malla fi dingola ko tenke wo se wulu nyango nyimbe bondinole because the moment you bondi yalo ne ko amari because akata wulu nyangol bala so definitely ne wulu nyango nyim bondi ati affect la bar munul yalo ko hansa e be wulu wala karole ma wulu bang ngaje ko men ko cervical cancer bi jela be la wulu nyango bundabal wonka janile ay sel solifa nga foye continue ke canal l'hôpital to watini wadi pour ka jibe fani sang abe muruna nan o ate muruna nan so in case amurunta nan we will still do the same procedure but ninga je komin ko itara fuila wulu banta itara sanji dolso to sanji tannan e lulu imantara wulu data ko tenke den so wulu nyango nyim bondi nole yeah
okay say na nyinin ka do fana be kala the long term effects abune mune sino la musoma in terms of the effects
itata for cervical cancer tata fa awajabite balu ila wulu nyangoto akaminke watu wati tata yelo le bonna so ni ka yelo bon yelo se mankino e balo balale watu wati be kalata lopitano to le ibe sasa la balo be ajala balo be drain la ibe weight loss la and then ibaje la ko amon kadang nata da fa wajibita te danna wulu nyango da mambala because kuran kesolo so abe janjannal asita fo ayta kamoto tadla ka kayame aso affect nol ila sumna boto aka fana affect nol asita no ayta ila balodula dolto ila liver also so walatina akumata back the most important thing is wati kata lopitano de ke fanjibe
okay ya folo comme musol ne yaron ko ba wulu kan hani sai sa no because akatara wulu nyangol do so that means is sio las carola sa fono sanjol jumale sa soto no
so cervical cancer jama katara musol mubala Gambia na statistics and then even throughout the world ayatandile ko munul yalan ko be sanji between your reproductive age wala musol mu yalan ko be sanji tanin lulu ka futa sanji nanin lulu aka wala affect andu ngajele sang aka munul affect Gambia jang kam musudol they are very young come like 29 years 30 years very young people ikanana with a full blown cervical cancer water kurango wajabita ite kujama ke nole ate jara nola and then it's very sad. So wala tin kala fi mol ngami advocate and then hani dunia be kono screening wala kumata ikata lopitano to wati ne wat ya jibe for kuran keso nyi abije va teje because at that stage it is symptom fonso to
okay, so normally you're not supposed to, you're not going to see the symptoms.
No, normally you will not see the symptoms. So in the early stages you will not see anything most likely. You but then if you are screening regularly, that every 3 years or 5 years you go to any of the public facilities and then private facilities we usually offer the screening. So you can go anywhere and then they will do the screening for you and then that is just one day in your busy schedule every 3 years or 5 years. So it's so easy. And then another thing is you can even do it if at all you are doing a high level screening like you are doing both the pap smear and then you are doing a HPV virus, then you can even do it twice in your lifetime. That is when you are 35 and then you are 45. Then that will save you. If you cannot really do the 3-yearly screening, you cannot do the 5-yearly, you can do that. So those things are very important. The screening is key.
So as healthcare professionals, one thing is key is how you say mingena kumara je walen kom awareness day. Yalo ko October yo delicately just to create the awareness, breast cancer, you know, cervical cancer and stuff. But how are you fighting that stigma around these things? Because abuka easy there. Mo jamal bije yala ne ko society latine buka futa na lopitano because ni ko cancer le mbuto ka we ala mbado ngana fe on tala silang
again
so I forgot that name fenko what in mandinka ka
ke talaro
yela fe ha saying buto
again. So usually of course October ngawle dedicate for breast cancer, but then we usually use the opportunity pour more screen cervical cancer la fanang because usually in October a lot of organizations like C3J, the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, a lot of facilities will offer cervical cancer. Where I work, we offer them like daily, and then all these facilities you can offer like daily. Like it's a no lopitano kon you have not cervical cancer screening and then iba hospital like ni da banjun lopitano to kanifin lopitano to bundung lopitano to most of them luonu ikakele. So even though na month a whole month dedicated is because lack of awareness levels ko mo be nyantalo na le ko min courant asototal andung abe kering Gambia kono jane andung aka musu jamal le fana mantora andung musu jamal bi je munul ka fa cancer ko la Gambia kono jang cervical cancer le kasab so nin nga woke nden mo jama salon ko nyimu courant walti mi alon ko nin tara lopitano to iba jibe no la nyele then I think right now media iba try kane almost all the medias are talking about either breast cancer or cervical cancer and woka moldi ma bakele because wakati na le mo jama kana lopitano tol e ka fuko nata nyin courant la jibe ngamo radio to ngamo tele kono. So what is very important, so I think we continue raising this awareness is agent so mo jama save no as well.
Saying nyin cervical cancer a fasongol le be kirimba
cervical cancer hani cervical cancer because akadu lakini nem wolo wuro nyangoti so it's one amanke façon so it's just one that you have cervical cancer, it becomes a lesion akake kom madi munungo then ika yelo ika jamari ka yelo bondi wada kake ko kutu munungo ay nanan as a fintina re musu ya nyatonto as well then nyawaja
nying abe sharing Gambia janne bang population no nying kono altol ka moljele in and out abe sharing ne ba
so cervical cancer abe sharing Gambia kono jane ko ngafo nyame na statistics in 2023 itandile ko like 335 women wala cervical cancer to o mukeme saba tan saba ni lulu wala new cases amanke ko munul ya sotono so wala case munul ya ko ina ranang lopitano to e diagnose mo kutol and then I think ko den ko mo keme fula ni mona ni munul ya ko fata ngen cervical cancer ko so den yalon ne ko wesiarine so wala tin akumata baga and then even dunia kono cervical cancer every year case kuto mi gasot akata fo keme 660,000
kebe woro wuli keme
woro wili tang woro muso mi yalon ko sangosa e ka wala diagnose cervical cancer andu munul ka fa fana akata fo week tan sabaning something so yalon ko wasiatale so
sa cervical cancer laftale kalo muneka sabu
okay cervical cancer virus o ka sabu virus o wolong HPV virus ha wole ka sabu 99% of cervical cancers wole ka sabu bar kudol fana bijelo munul yalon ko illa behavior fana asa tinnale yenyin kurango soto wolon ko molmi yalon ko multiple sexual partner ko ikam mo jama soto ni munul ka kafu ide musolo itati wan fo kelo itati ba amanke ko akada musol le fana dam man that need to be clear kel fana ka HPV virus is also donol and aka consequence yen but jama musol aka wala affect so wala nang mulka focus on musol as well and then munul yan ko ka sabaro ke cigarette sabulong bang or so and then musol mi yalan ko nying taba I think we remember what we were doing advocacy ikatawa not ka sumbu ikatawa ta ka
private part
exactly wo fanan ka sabule aning munul yalan ko HIV infection also because they are at a high risk pour ka cervical cancer to so we encourage them pre-tel screening more because it has less chances of having it wala ka sabu
melka taba use
munul HIV so and munul ka taba use fana aning coming ko munul yan ko ka futu juna bake comme ni ka futu before 15 years 16 years because we atara ila wulu nyangola bundato cells will membije mamma choba exactly so wala chance fana ka so aka sial aning munul yalan ko fana ka dinjama soto so wol fana they have a higher chance of getting cervical cancer so wol asa
so ni cervical cancer dum ni mo ya soto bama ya soto asa dino la ba asa sauno ba
among strong genetical links soto cervical cancer it's not like sometimes as a kenole because kuranke so long but the genetical link is not so strong. Usually, mostly, it's a viral
infection.
Disease. Exactly, it's an infection. And then the other thing is vaccination of an and then Gambia jang vaccine kumasayan like kata school also ika dindungol vaccinate. But then the obstacle is parent jama bije munu yalon ko ika fo malafi yendingo vaccinate. And then wo pengo exactly. Ka dindungol pengo isaje munu yalon ko dia ila siyo be sanji kononto kata sanji tanel lulu. So wakati na la kadindingo nyima ko that later in life atenyin kurango sotola but mostly ni that pengurola ulula dolo afola malla fi endingo pengu because of all the myth around it
misconceptions
exactly ba mira lokoni adingo pengu atendingo sotola nendingo pengu nyinebekela no one time comme dindi ya wato rek ka pengol munul bedi comme BCG meningitis pengol nyim pengo fanambe wal nyama is for prevention pour ka dindi nyen tankalong so it's very important ne ning pengulal na talopitano to wululal se dingol bulano ye pengo and then that will save them
saying nying cancer have cervical cancer how long can you live with it
so usually ni HPV infection also modol bijela body with their immune system aka clear no afangoyen so it's only ning HPV nyen persista that you will end up sometimes you can be with the infection for 10 years then ning you will have the full blown cervical cancer so wala na kumata back to go for screening. Because neither screening la then they realize that you are having it then something can be done but ni man tanu screening la then abe kolia la back la promolia long then ni ka fta lopitano water la kurango nying awajabita multi kujama kenole and then
wato aleta
exactly.
So I was thinking pana ko komal kana nyamente radio to alka kachake nyim programo because musu jamal kana lopitano on a daily basis are you grabbing the opportunity ni nata fanang while they do their check-ins and stuff like that I'll need a kacha about it even suggest to them why not you just go in there and do it and we confirm whether you have it or not
okay omuto nya think okele like until ni nata nambundong comme musol minul kana dingol pesa
nose
kana nose la kana dingol la pesa rola wala kono be munul la fon even though nin kono be lente screen no la but nka foyen ko yin service is available here ni nata nanke dingo pesa you can take the opportunity peta ye screen or ni kono be ni tata foy wuluta e dingo tata fata mita maybe 6 weeks or 3 months isa muruna no ina screening na nka okele so we do that
because mol buka hanyin ta fo min ba fo kan tanti fit jede
asymptomatic lole bang say isa mosa so no warra taman serol man findi ba
na wole explain follow ko mosa so no comme ning courant onying amang advance ela comme a commencé ma dulal we ñamu ka fenje ita symptôme soto ite yele bon na ite discharge to la fin
o time wala mu the right time
time wala on the right time tinak pour ka lon ko ñing courant bennal because niya kala mu to time wala aka soni ala pour nga nge jaro lo ke no because then it is very easy be fenetala rek wulu ñawla bunda ñinto nga samba lab awatani la mo la ko ñing de a courant balal bara commencé dulalo then salon be min kele no lay so treatments are different treatment modalities dol bi je won man soto gambe jang because wol nin courant adva advanced level like radiotherapy ma wo soto jang so wo sifa ni courant adva at a certain stage the only thing coming can no wala nga referral sa fe
so ñing nka mo le most of the time ni musu jamal we discuss ka fala okay jonkon jamal bije me ya lonko fanan abuka safe pour it all most of the time infection jamal fanan ka soto jele so wo fanan dabe kuol kono man
hani because HPV aga sawmunna ida ni mo kafuta mi ya soto
okay
so ita soto no la jonkon do
the more me cervical cancer
so jonkong has its own infection as in your it's an infection
it's different from
usually from period infection also jonkong will be very rare tafono la tekeno la because it can always ye jonkong use probably ya flush modo and an ICI use so a lot of people have this thing in their head jonkong ka mold infection
most infections
but then it can happen but that will be very rare
see
it will not become on that jonkong rek sita tenting nga infection also to no but then cervical cancer HPV won ini mole ka fula mi an ko asoto de then amari asa wondira but amanke jonkong or so amari basa wondile or cervical cancer ti onata asita ni jonkong to then ifana ina
so alkamone advice mol milialon ko imasoto when it comes to prevention
okay so coming advice more wolonko safe sex ni mobe kafula make sure amari
ali alfan
tankandi al mo fulu mume anen imo clean da manyini ni mi an ko ni wole kafula o kuma sabakela anen munul ka sabaro ke na tare sablano is very important because ngalo ne sabaro amanka nyinda mankos akaku jamale kos so ning a tare ke sabaro ke then yabula wo kuma ta bakele and then screening kata lopitano to watine wat ke fanjibe is the key wala dina
ngalo ne ka to la jata ken ya bunna wala fawmu
wala the main thing
screening
wo kuma ta bakele wala nan ka emphasize because after at least every woman muso sanji sabo ni tilikiling e bol tale tale lopitano e ko afan ko binna
tilo mu me fete taraje
exactly tilo mu me kala je
montoro wate dantana
usually cervical cancer clinical kata dame am ko busy wo nyam so ni nata nang montoro wate dante bo wala kala je ya ken drong ya foins
so ntam baden keldung ya mara e kana hospital auto pour ka test because ndanyongol siaral me yalo go hospital ise no foni mol sasa da wata mo len gada hospital
usually kel dani ke jolo pitano to wata fa watu manyam
aman jam fa hade ngambo jamal no jam me yalo e gada
hospital no that is natural for men e mu gana lopitano to even don't get encouraged usually even ke nila musul dandan nose nyol is very important
ndara bunun ndara na muso dandan nos la sita je you know yake wolbe dajale mbesi I was very uncomfortable
exactly so monta wala ke because kala fi le kel la muso fanan support ning a charite mu kelete like BSS woko ne ya fi la muso left operator cervical cancer screening abe ku mayar ba kel then maybe abagina fulal dan atada maya fo badna wul
tonya
ni nang nata nan kabo ke ma afwen go hey lafta so ma ita cervical cancer test ya no so most likely I will like our test okay so all the male involvement is very important akuma ita bakel pour kelki da ke musul la sa ni la jata kende ya kodo
that because he kalon ne ko mo bijele membe semmentu ya
exactly
the support system is very important.
Absolutely.
Ni nara na nos ni ke wana ta na fon mu ke line
e ka priority di
exactly because lafta pour mel kel kana l'hôpital akumada bakel because ni la musola problem wala ka solve ko
to nyalem. Thank you Dr. Dado Jabi for coming. Fruitful conversation. I mean, it's important for mole na jata kende abunda la kuol kacha. Wala tina normally Thursday night sinka Minister of Health Soto Jang. Mbaya njongol kanang kakacha about the MR vaccination campaign. Missouri Vela campaign ikaminke. So nyimu feneti me yalon ko jata kende anima so retina no si teleto janye kacha. No so doctor la ka sasa le ba.
Di ka sasa ndu silata boro la nyama. Ke silata boro la nyama.
Delle gena tapeta.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yeah, so viewers will take a short break. After the break we will engage QCell 2025 Open Nawetan final and we'll be talking to the team. We'll be back.
Naine dake network koto mi yalonko wole warta nyimbanko kan adung adabe soniaring wala nyama. Imuna fang telefono la mi yalonko abe seniaring adung internet wobe tariaring. Nyindung QCell dorna sinyin nati aleno. Ibori yela QCell line ota. Customer care mi suti atima. B. QCell network ko mi warta network ko beti adung adabe soniaring. QCell sunubos ntolenga silo walang dulia bulan noma.
QCell, the fastest growing network in the Gambia, now presents to you the eSIM. QCell's eSIM allows you to electronically scan a code and join the world of digital SIM cards. Customers with physical SIMs can easily switch to the eSIM as well. So rush now and get connected with an eSIM and start using the latest mobile technology with your trusted GSM operator. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Bokal si network bu gëna rëy gëna yombale si réewi Gambia bi fii jëfandikool kool bu set internet bu gaaw li yëpp si njëg bu yomba fii si QCell dawal léegi si suñ customer care bu la gëna jege ñu may la QCell line te doo si fay dara. QCell network bu gëna rëy te it gëna yombale si réew mi fii QCell suñu bas ñoo xaali yoon bi ñeneen toppa.
These tracks have become my wall, my arena of victory and fear. I relentlessly walk, push, strain, and stretched. Moments when every fiber of my being screams, give up. But the fire within me won't let me quit. Despite the burning muscles, in this sport, every moment matters. Every second counts. My failures, my dreams, my pain, my triumphs, they propel me forward beyond all limits. I am Gina Mariam Basbite, and this is Sunyubus.
In the vibrant heart of the Gambia, where life pulses with energy and connections bind us together, your number is the key that unlocks a world of possibilities. Whether you're chasing dreams, sharing passions, or simply brightening someone's day, your number matters in the symphony of our daily lives. Two numbers connect us all. What's your number?
Man la Ami Kole, maa ngi ni Craft Market Serekunda, may jaay ay malaan, ay keyring, te suma number mooy 522-7306.
Fali so mi donnam no mama si me mi wara ma call adu 3 7 7 3 6 9 9
4-4. Telepon ni len dugal sen telepon si ngeen dugal. Waaw, Alice Bagini.
Yeah, so we are back. You're watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. Now let's head to the last segment of this program, and we'll talk about the QCell Open Nawetan 2025 finals. And we have Kampebi rep in the studios and Coastal Warriors, as well as Honorable Coach Ibrahim Mani. We're supposed to have Coach Amat, but he is nowhere to be found. Probably he's in the farm at the moment. Yeah, so gentlemen, it's good to have you. Nakangen Def, how is it going? How is the preparation? Coach Mani, you are welcome on this program.
Thank you so much, Balde, once again.
It's good to have you. You know, it's always good to have you around when it's the vibe of football, sports, you know, and the good thing is you're still looking younger.
How do I?
You're still looking younger. Yeah, so let's talk about the finals of the 2025 QCell Open Nawetan. The preparations, I mean, how far have we gone?
We're grateful. It is a QCell sponsored tournament, and it has been an annual event, and this time around we could say it's more successful than we could say previous, because we haven't had a lot of back and forth where appeals and expel team or expel players. So this time around it was amicably and orderly conducted. The operational manager was here, that is Nene, and Ahmad is the main coordinator of the tournament. We are grateful to the CEO and QCell for their sponsors. Already the commitments of the final, they have been provided, and we will give the list of the commitments of the final. But the two gentlemen here are They are the ones through the finals. Right. Yeah, so we want to know, we localize this.
We are fine.
We are fine. Good?
Yes, we are very good.
Okay. So let's talk about the finals. You people have gone through the finals. Yeah. And you know, how have you managed to be? I understand Kampebi and Coastal Warriors. Are you Kampebi?
I'm Coastal Warriors.
Coastal Warriors,
Yes,
and that's Kampebi.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with Coastal Warriors. How did you manage to get to the finals, considering this tournament is a very tough tournament?
Yeah.
Can I butt in? Both these teams are from the same group.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And both these teams won 4 games and drew one game.
Yeah.
So
wow,
you can start from there.
That's a tough challenge. Tell us about it.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for bringing that up. I would have bring it up. Yeah, we had an encounter. They are very good, and they are a formidable and very organized team, and I respect them.
Okay.
So our first dealing was very tense, and then I'm not surprised we lock horn again, because my team, I know the team is very good as well. I have a very organized team, and then very formidable players, and then very good when it comes to finishing and then taking challenges. And his team encountered me on that, on our first encounter. Then from there we adjust ourselves and see that the tournament, because they were our first game, so we know the tournament is not going to be easy. So the second team came, which is the host itself, the Q City, and I thrilled them 3-0. I gave them 3-0, so they also went round. So I'm not surprised to see them, because the team I have definitely is a good team. Yeah.
All right, so you are about to contest with the people that you're almost at the same level. So how prepared are you?
Well, I know the preparation is like mentally and also physically, because they are also a good team. We met during our first game, and it was very difficult. Although it was like we have a good side, and with very experienced players. Like looking at the two teams, I know we have more experienced players than them, looking at the players individually, but they have a very good team. They also have individual players that are very good competing in the league. Yeah, but for sure, I know it was a very good lesson with them. So, preparing for the finals, I know we have something that is a surprise.
No problem. Okay, Coach Mane, what time is this final playing?
Before I go to what time the final is playing, they both said their strengths and weaknesses. Their team is full of first division players. That can have its setbacks because there can be individual play and there can be some issues. For them, they have both the mix of both the experience and the local based players. So probably they might be more organized because they know this other team probably supersede them in terms of experience and strength. But
so you're telling me their team, they are full of immature players?
Well, they scored 14 goals, no 13 goals. They scored 12 goals. And then, but they went to penalties 8-3, 8-7. So they are a team that scores.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
For Campebi is athletic. They're physic. They're athletic. For, what's his name? Coastal Road, they are more tactical. Do you understand? Sometimes, occasionally, they can be really, ruthless.
Well, this will be a very interesting
No, we predicted
final.
3 teams. We predicted Campebi, Coastal Road, and Bolokante.
Coastal Warriors.
They played, yes, Coastal Warriors. Campebi played against, what's the name? Bolokante.
They removed
both the teams are physical. The saddest thing we have here for the final is none of these teams have a background, that is supporters, fan base. The teams you wanted them to come to the final did not come to the final because those people have got fan base. So we will not be getting much money from them. So we have to organize fan base at the back. But the final is scheduled for on Saturday, 4:30. And the commitments of the final is the winner. The winner will go with the trophy that you just see, and we will awarding a cash prize of 60,000, and they will also collect 30 gold medals. The runners-up will have a cash prize of 30,000, and they will collect 30 silver medals. Okay. And we promise the finalists we will give them 2 QCell sponsor set of jerseys, which we will present today. We have the most disciplined team. This is the CEO's trophy. He thinks if we can encourage discipline, it will help us in our subsequent matches. Yes, we have 10,000 for that.
Okay.
We have a leading goal scorer, the best goalkeeper, and the best player.
So these are the medals?
These are the medals.
Okay. So this one is the gold?
Right.
All right. And this is the silver.
Which one do you think one of them will get?
Well, I think it will go to the most experienced team. The gold will go to the most experienced team. Yeah. So let's talk about the organization bit of the finals. I mean, how prepared are we? Because year in, year out, we need to be more advanced in our tactics, to be more professional in what we do, to be more organized. And let's make sure this time the PA system is properly installed and fixed, because the mic disappointed me last year. I couldn't talk on the mic properly.
I was thinking we would discuss that later.
No. We need to account ourselves on our own platform.
Right. The arrangement for the finals, QSL, we have several tents, and then we will have at least 2 tents where you will have maximum seating capacity, and then we will make sure we parade in front the VIP, and then like the PS system the other time around, Suleiman and I we discussed it.
Yeah.
He said last time around the things that we rush, we should place them just within reach, so that when the final whistle is blown, then we will be in a position to gather them at a place. This we have discussed, and we also will be we summon a meeting for tomorrow to allocate responsibilities for the final. But also in our opening, you came late. We only hope this time around you come on time.
So who is officiating the finals? The referee? Is it finalized?
It's not final, and that will be difficult because people will go ahead to start being. You don't know the name of the referees till but we want to commend the referees. And the fortunate thing for QCity Nawetan is the group, the team that will go to play international matches for Cup of Nations or World Cup. Mostly they come to rehearse at QCity. They play our matches. You understand?
Okay.
So most of the matches that we play, particularly at the quarterfinals. All the referees that came, they are a group that will go international. But they'll come a week or before they travel. So we have had successful officiating, although there were some tense, but it has never lapsed into, fighting and stuff like that. So we want to commend the teams, and we only hope them going to final, they will also continue to exercise that.
So how is the preparation like? I mean, for your teams? I'll start with you. Are the boys training? Are you giving them enough fruits? I mean, because I can see that's what the boys enjoy.
Yeah.
So how prepared are your boys?
We are from the coastal area, so we are good. We are always at the beach. Sometimes have a very good discussion there. Then from there in the evening, everybody converge either in the field. Most likely now we are playing tactics. Like coach said, they are good with when it comes to athletes, but we will dominate them in our own way. We will dominate them. That's what we did to JJY. JJY, by the time we arrived, they were said, hey, be quick, let's finish these people and we go. So we came and gave them 2-1. So we will respect them because we have an encounter and we know their strength and weakness. So we know how to deal with that. Definitely. The boys are very agile at the moment.
So how about you?
Yeah, likewise, it's a vice versa. They also taught us a lesson, and we believe in practice and to deliver. And we are training, like I don't know like them, but we are also training. So it means it's a game. I know we have experienced players and also players that are very good individually, but also our team is not even more than 16, 17, 18 players. Yes. So
they are always sort of bench.
Sort of bench. Yes.
Your team?
Yes.
Wow.
They just got players.
Because it shows quality.
You are Campebi?
Yes.
They are from the Campebi.
So we don't need 20 or 25 players.
They probably have 2 or 3 players, maybe 1 on the bench, and then before the match starts,
another one
they appear. So
they start coming.
So this is a final. Hopefully they will put their house in order. But I like the athletic nature of Campebi and the individual expression in the game. But when you want to look at football, Coastal Road, I like seeing them play. I like seeing them play. So less people come to watch on Sunday.
So what is going to be the mode of ambience in QCity? Because QCity is the place to be there. There should be ambience, Mr. Mane.
No, I think you should ask them, because we have made arrangement already. The teams that appears to have followers, we are negotiating with them to bring their fans, and we will reimburse them their cost. And then we'll bring 2 fan base where they will just support. And we even made an arrangement with the National Scorpions Fan Club. Unfortunately, they have an engagement this weekend at Monument. So they couldn't come. So we will talk to Ami about the Bright Stars to come and enlighten the... But for them, we want to know whether they will this time around bring fans.
We will try, but we don't promise.
And there is this supporting group too from Brewfoot.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling him.
Those people I definitely enjoy the way they do that, I think.
Well, Bolo Kante, we are trying to hire their fan base. One stop digital catering. We want to hire their fan base. And then we have negotiated with the Scorpion Fan Club, but they have an engagement. So for us and Bright Stars, we will arrange with Ami to get them on board. Because this is QSL sponsors Nawetan. But on their site, we don't see much of the followers, and sometimes we need money and also we need fan base.
Exactly.
But at least
so gate tickets. How much are the gate tickets, Mr. Mane?
It's the same. It's $50.
$50 for a final like that?
Well, we have not changed that.
50 is 50 is small for a final like that. You have to adjust next year.
But you know, you should encourage fan base. You know why? Because you have a share base that increase your return.
So at least imagine we give you Q City. And you come and watch a game for $50, Mr. Mane?
Well, seriously? You know, if you had asked me this question 2 days ago, we would have suggested something. But already, that's what is in place.
No, we need to review the prices.
Maybe next time.
Yes.
It can be reviewed, maybe probably next
year. We need to review those prices.
We also thank the management, the team, the coordinators of the tournament. Definitely, they did a very good job. Hardly you see like our other Northern zones. You know, where there will be, quarrels and then fight here and there. But this place, I see a very good, maturity being expressed, and then, the officiating team also, normally do a very good job, because you see, if you see two teams fighting for something, if you are in the middle and you cannot control those people, it goes out of hand.
Absolutely.
But definitely the referees and the
fourth referees,
they try to tame games, and make sure games are played.
So we are going to do the handing over of the jerseys. Before we wrap up this program, we have like 2 minutes to go. So, Mr. Mane, I think you'll need to hand over the jerseys. And I will be the one to choose color for the teams.
Well, they have chosen. Because the home team have chosen already.
My brother, the winning jersey is there. Yes. The winning jersey. I am seeing the winning jersey.
No problem.
Make sure you take the winning jersey. And Mr. Mane, then hand over the jerseys. Yeah, so we are handing over the jerseys to...
That Kampebi is home team.
Be careful, that mic is very expensive. It's costing 50,000 each.
My boss is here. She will take care of it. Nene will take care of that. So I cannot present these ones because we still don't know who is going to be the lucky one.
So we need the jerseys.
Yeah.
We are handing over the jerseys.
So Kampebi, Kampebi play home.
So we can sit down and we can sit and do that. Oh.
No, you can stand and you can get it.
So is that for Kampebi?
Kampebi. No, you can just stand where you are. Don't take it out.
Done.
Okay, don't worry.
Stay where you are. Hold it.
Okay, so that's for Kampebi.
Congratulations, huh?
Boss.
Thank you so much.
Ñoo hali yon bi ñenen topa.
Yalla la jika.
Yes, so okay. That's for
Coastal Warriors.
Coastal Warriors. You want me to do a song for you?
Wish you good luck, huh?
Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Thank you, sir.
So who's taking the trophy, Mr. Mane?
No. That one we'll place it here so that the camera. Not yet.
For the meantime,
congratulations. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, so it's mine. Yes, so thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mane, for coming. And I wish you all the best. I wish you a successful final. And I believe next year we'll come back here and still talk about this. So I wish you all the good luck, teams.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
So viewers, this is all we have for this edition of QTV this morning. And we'll be back here on Monday again for another edition. Until then, do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.